Hey guys, it's Leah Severson. I am a newborn maternity family photographer in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I also own Homestone Photography Props, and I teach photographers how to market their studios. So today we're talking about TikTok. Guys, I'm not fancy. I'm here to teach you. I do these things for free, so you're not going to see the fancy graphics and all that stuff. And I'm going to be reading from my notes because I can't memorize all this stuff. I know it, but I need to keep myself straight here. So if you're looking for something that's highly pre-produced with a bunch of graphics and cool sound effects, you won't find it here. But I promise you, I will teach you probably what you need to know about TikTok in order for you to decide, is it the platform for me? Do I need to be there? The pros and cons, different things. So just let me just tell you what we're going to cover in this chat today. What we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about where TikTok lands in terms of rankings against the other social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the big ones. We're also going to talk about business accounts versus creator accounts. Which one should you be? Should you have a creator account? Should you have a business account? We're going to go over the pros and cons of both. And we're also going to go over the basics of setting up your TikTok account in the right way. So quick note here, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you could subscribe to my channel to continue seeing content like this. If you could also like this video, that will help more photographers find it. And number 3, if you have an idea for a topic that you would like me to cover, a topic on marketing, social media, SEO, Google Business Profile Optimization, referral marketing, any type of marketing or studio business know-how, drop that down there. If you need posing, lighting tutorials, editing videos, let me know in the comments. I can't make all the videos, but I know people who can help me out. So videos that I can't make, I have other photographers in the industry who can make them. So let me know what you want to see. Drop those in the comments. Okay, so let's get going. So I hear this all the time from the people that I coach, social media marketing, Facebook marketing. I'm just going to check and make sure I'm actually live here. Yeah, okay. So I hear this all the time. It's like, do I really need to be on TikTok? I mean, most of us are on Facebook. That's kind of a no-brainer. That's kind of like the gold standard for social media. You know, a lot of us are on Instagram, which Instagram's a great place to be. But TikTok, you know, we keep hearing about TikTok. We keep seeing other photographers on TikTok. They seem to be killing it on TikTok. Are they getting any leads? You know, it's like, we have FOMO. Are we missing out on some opportunities here? So I'm just going to lay it all out for you. So first of all, I'm going to start with the pros of having your business on TikTok. Number 1, it is the fastest growing social media network out there right now. So that's number 1. Number 2, 31% of TikTok's audience right now is women ages 24 to 34. So if you are a maternity, newborn baby type photographer, these are your people. They are on there. So hey there. I see people saying, hey, so hey there. I'm glad to know you guys are here and you can hear me. Another one of the pros about TikTok, 29% of TikTok users are on the platform every single day. They log in every single day. And then here's a big one that really shocked me. Sounds like a time waster to me, but as a marketer, I'm like, that's a good number to know. The average user on TikTok spends 95 minutes a day on that app. 95. That means they are on there and they are consuming a ton of content. So from that perspective, it looks like, yeah, maybe it's a good idea for me to be on there, right? Okay, let's talk about some of the cons because there are cons. So as I mentioned, it's one more thing to do, right? So when you're a photographer, I always argue with photographers, what's more important, photography or marketing? And I've said it myself, you can be a mediocre photographer and a kick-ass marketer. You're going to outlast the photographers who are fantastic at their craft and don't know how to market themselves. So I'm not saying your photography is not important, but if you're a great photographer who doesn't know crap about marketing, you're probably not going to be in business for long. So anyway, and I'm all about teaching free marketing, Google, SEO, Google Business Profile, referral marketing, social media marketing, not paid ads on any platforms, but all about organic marketing because I don't like to pay for ads, okay? So let's get back to the cons of TikTok. So as I mentioned, TikTok is the fastest growing social media network in the world right now. However, it's not even in the top 5 of social media platforms. So let's just go through and we'll see how far down the list it is. So number one is YouTube, which surprises people, first of all, because it's considered a social media platform and it doesn't really seem like one to me. I don't know what you think about that, but it is considered the number one social media platform right now. Number two is Facebook, no surprise there. Three is Instagram, again, no surprise. Pinterest is number four, which surprised me. LinkedIn is 5, Snapchat is 6, Twitter 7, WhatsApp is 8. Like, wow, people really use WhatsApp? Anyway, so TikTok comes in at number 9 on the list of top 10 social media platforms in the United States. So, so when you're making that choice, like, should I be on there? It's number 9. It is the fastest growing, but it's still number 9. Anyway, I'm going to move on to some other cons right now. So here's a big problem that a lot of people see with TikTok, and a reason why a lot of people are choosing not to get on TikTok. They collect a lot of private information from their users. So a lot of people are afraid to log on. Like, what are they collecting from us? How are they using it? Who's using it? So that's certainly a consideration for a lot of businesses and for a lot of like just consumers. Another issue with TikTok is it's currently being banned in a lot of places in the United States. And more are likely to come. So President Biden is working on legislation to ban or limit TikTok use throughout the US. Don't know if that will pass. Who the heck knows? Montana has just become the first state to approve legislation that's going to prohibit TikTok from operating in the entire state. And it's also going to penalize and I don't know whether they charge you money. Can't think of the word. But anyway, fine. They're going to fine the app stores if the app stores make the TikTok app available to users in the state of Montana. So Montana cracking down on TikTok. At least 34 other states have or are in the process of banning TikTok. I love Tic Tacs. I love the orange ones. They're my favorites. Anyway, at least 34 states have or are in the process of banning TikTok on state-issued devices. So all the government devices for 34 states, they're working on banning them on those. Many colleges in the United States have banned them from their networks and from any school-issued devices. So my caution to you is that if you do decide to go all in on TikTok, and I'm not saying you should, or you're not saying you should not, I'm laying it all out for you here today so that you can make an informed decision. So what I am warning you about is if you do decide to go on TikTok, and I say this to anybody who does marketing on social media, do not put all of your eggs in one basket. So if you are trying to choose a social media network, if you're only going to pick one, I wouldn't make it TikTok. I would make it Instagram or Facebook. But if you do decide to add it to your arsenal, just don't make it the only one. Okay, now, so if you're already creating, so let's talk about some reasons why you would want to be on there. And so if you're already creating content for other social media platforms, especially specifically video content for other social media platforms, it's kind of a no-brainer to go ahead and get on TikTok. I mean, you're already doing the work, right? So, and even better if you're on Instagram. So Instagram has the same character. Instagram text, you can put 22 characters into the text of an Instagram reel. And it used to be a shorter amount of text on TikTok, but TikTok has just increased the amount of text you can put into a TikTok text, you know, the video. And guess what they raised it to? 2,200. So if you're already making a reel for Instagram, then, and you already got your text and it works on Instagram, it's a no-brainer just to re-upload it over or up into TikTok, copy paste that same text. You've already done the work, so why wouldn't you? There are some apps that will let you post from Instagram too. Would recommend not using those. You always want to, whatever app you're on, you don't want to share your reels, your posts, your videos, all that stuff from one app to the other. You always want to start with your video that you've made on your computer in some other software and then upload it here, upload it here, upload it here. You don't want to share across platforms. We cover that more in my social media bootcamp for photographers. You can check that out on my website and I can tell you about that later. If you're making longer form content, like if you're making Facebook or YouTube long form content, you can post that on TikTok as well, because they now allow you to post videos that are up to 10 minutes long. So again, if you're making behind the scenes videos or whatever video content you're making, it can go up to 10 minutes on TikTok. So again, if you're already doing the work, why not get some extra bang out of it there? So, so for those of you who are like, okay, I'm in, I might as well be, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the business versus business account or creator account, the pros and cons again of each. Do you want to open a business profile, or do you want to open a personal profile, which they now call a creator profile? So a TikTok business account is public. It's for professional accounts, brands, and businesses. I'm going to tell you about the pros of a business account first. We're going to start with that. So the pros is that the pros are that you can access the app's entire marketing suite of tools. So that includes TikTok analytics. It's going to allow you to track how your page is doing, how your individual posts are doing. So if something's doing well, you can do more of that. And if something's not resonating, you can like tweak it and try again. It also allows you to pay for ads if you want to do that. Business Suite gives you access to the commercial music library that has more than 1 million songs and sounds in it. It also allows you to use the Business Creative Hub, and this is a pretty cool little feature. It allows you to view trending videos and gives you tips on best practices for creating content, strategy, things like that. And then one more thing, this is not going to be of interest to everyone, but for photographers who also sell products or digital products, TikTok business account gives you the option to have an e-commerce storefront right on the app, so they don't have to actually leave to go to your website. You can sell them things right there within the platform. That's pretty cool. Okay, cons of a TikTok business account. There are really only two, and I don't see them as that limiting myself. So number one is, even though I told you they have access to 1 million different sounds and music when you're in a business account, you don't have access to all the sounds and the songs on TikTok. So they do limit some access. And so sometimes you'll want to use a trending sound or a trending audio or something that's going viral. And as a business account, you may not be able to. So that is one of the cons. And then the second one is limited duet and stitch options. So duet and stitch are just functions within TikTok that help you share or repost other content from other users. So we're not going to dive into that now, but just know if you have a business account, you can't do that. So now let's talk about a TikTok creator account. And again, as I mentioned, a creator account is just what they're now calling a personal account. Okay, so as a creator, you can still partner with brands, you can become verified, you can grow your following, you can reach your people. Let me go over the pros of being on just a creator account. With a creator account, you do have full access to their music library, so you can access viral sounds, trending audios, things like that you might not be able to access with just a business account. And then the other thing is that you do have the ability, again, to use Stitch and Duet. You still have the access to TikTok analytics, so you can see how your page and your posts are performing. And then you also have the potential to promote your videos. Creator accounts have access to the promote option, just like the business accounts do. So they can extend the reach you can extend the reach of some of your videos. So one other thing, and I don't think this is a big thing because anyway, it's just not a big deal, but you are eligible if you are a creator and not a business account to tap into the TikTok Creator Fund. And that's just where they're paying some creators for creating content. It's not a huge amount of money and it doesn't seem to amount to much. And I think you have to have like 10,000 followers in order to start getting paid for creating videos. So that for me is not a huge benefit. So I wouldn't let that sway you one way or the other. So my recommendation is that if you have a business, you need to have a business account on TikTok if you're going to get on there. So I'm going to share my screen now and I'm going to show you how to get started over there. I'm already logged in, but let me go ahead and share my screen. Give me just a minute here. Present, share screen, and TikTok, share. Awesome. So here we've got TikTok. If anybody has any trouble hearing me, just drop it in the chat. But I've already logged in, so I'm not going to show you how to create an account. I mean, you go on there. It's going to ask you to create an account with your phone or your email or Google or Facebook. It gives you a ton of options for creating accounts. So you're just going to go on there and you're going to create your account. And then mine's already set up, like I said. And now I can click on go over here. And if you look in the upper right-hand corner, and you'll find this in different places if you're using the mobile app, but you're just going to click on that and you can view your profile. or you can go into settings. And settings, if you already have a TikTok account, but you don't know whether or not you're set up as a business account, you can just go click on settings. And if you scroll down here, it's going to say business account, and you're going to see if it's toggled off or on, and that's how you can manage that. So like I said, I am a business account, and that's how I do it. So now that you're ready to start posting, let's talk a little bit about ideas for posting. Let me get back over to here. I'm going to go to feed, and then I'm just going to go to the For You, which is where I can see other people, photographers, things like that. I follow a lot of photographers. I'm just going to go hashtag newborn photography, and let me skip right over here to StreamYard and make sure there are nobody saying they can't hear me. Okay, we still seem to be good there. And okay, so a few ideas you can always do behind the scenes stuff. People love to see us working, like how do we pose the babies? How do we manage the babies? How do we calm the babies? So anything like that you can share with your audience, that's great. And these kind of videos are great too if you teach other photographers, if you do workshops or one-on-one mentoring, or if you're selling tutorial videos, you can get a lot of photographers following you who can see you at work. Another video idea would be videos of babies in different setups. So again, people just love to see, especially look at this one. Woo! Wow, when you can see how the image starts and what it looks like before you see the final images. I know that people like to watch those. Funny stuff that happens during portrait sessions. I mean, we all have those times where a baby poops or pees, or there's just stuff going on that's somewhat amusing. And then also Photoshop magic, how you take a picture from this and then you take it to this. So that's a great thing that you can post. So let's talk about best practices. You always want to let's talk about your profile first of all. You always want to so this is my Home Sewn Photography Props business profile. You always want to make your whatever profile picture you use, you want it to match your other social media profiles. People will be able to identify you more easily across the social media platforms, and they'll also be you're just easier to find. So always figure out what picture or logo you want to use and use that across all of your social media platforms. Also, if it's possible, grab the same business name as you're using on all the different platforms. You don't want to be, Kelly Smith Photography on YouTube or Facebook and be K Smith Photography on Instagram and Kelly Smith Photos on TikTok. So if sometimes your name might already be taken, but if it's not, you want to try to grab that exact same name on all the social media platforms. You also want to use keywords in your profile description. So for me, here's the problem with profile descriptions on TikTok. They limit you to 80 characters, which really sucks. So you've got to make them count. So for this particular business, I sell newborn photography props and wraps. So I've got newborn, wrap, baby, photographer. So those are the keywords that I have worked into my profile description. So it's the best I can. Well, I could probably do better, but anyway, it's what I've done so far. So make sure, if you don't know your keywords, make sure you do your keyword research. And if you don't know what keywords are, reach out to me and I can help you with that. But keywords are the foundation of everything you do on marketing for your business, whether you're marketing on Facebook, Instagram, you're doing hashtags, you're doing optimizing your website. If you don't know your keywords, then you're just missing out on so much opportunity. So make sure you understand what keywords are and how to use them. So anyway, enough about keywords. You can always use a link in bio service. So instead of just taking them to one website, you can take them to multiple websites. You can take them to your YouTube channel or your Facebook page or your website or wherever you want to take them. So you do have the option, just like you do on Instagram, to use a LinkedIn bio type app and add multiple links to your profile. And you also want to connect your Instagram and your YouTube accounts to your TikTok profile. I can't show you how to do that. You just have to do that from a mobile device, and I'm on my laptop right now. So you just go into settings on your, you're actually going to go into your settings on your social media, and you'll click edit profile, and you'll pull that out. Now, as you can see, it does not give me the option here, but if I'm on my phone, I'll see that option when I go to edit my profile. So that's it for TikTok. I'm just going to open it up now, come back on camera. Oh, I did want to tell you one thing. If you're looking to follow a photographer on TikTok who's killing it, there are two. One of them is Kelsey Freeman, and I saw her pop up right up here at the top. She's killing it on TikTok right now. So if I read this right here, if I were you, Kelsey Freeman Photography, she's killing it. She's a sweetie. I met her when I was teaching a workshop on search engine optimization, and she's just a sweetie, and she knows what she's doing on TikTok. Follow her, reach out to her. She's super sweet, and I told her I was going to mention her today. So if you need some help, reach out to her. Also, Emily Munkus. I hope I spell her name right. But Emily Munkus, let's see what happens when we go here. Emily Munkus Photography, she's killing it again, 1.2 million followers. Now, again, here's what I don't know. I know that they are getting a lot of views on TikTok. I don't know how these are translating as far as, are they making the phone ring? Is it a bunch of photographers who are watching them? Is it a bunch of potential clients who are picking up the phone and calling them? I don't know the answer to that. So that's what I can tell you. I know that they know how to do TikTok. They know how to get followers. They know how to create engaging content. So if you're thinking about really like working hard on TikTok to grow your following, these two women are women that I would recommend that you follow. So I'm going to come back to me. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now, and I'm just going to see if anybody has any questions. You can add to stream, and then I'm going to remove that from stream, and it's back to me. I don't know why I'm so hot in this. I haven't figured out how to light my videos yet. I've been watching YouTubes on those, and I still can't seem to get it. But does anybody have any questions about TikTok? If not, I'm going to sign off. But if you have one, real quick, pop it in the chat there. I am going to pop a link. If you want to know about marketing, I have a social media marketing boot camp for photographers. And that starts, actually, I'm going to share my screen again. And let's see. I've got to switch the stream. Hang on a minute here. Just go to leahseverson.com. There's my name. If you go to leahseverson.com and you click on the For Photographers tab, you're going to find a link to my social media for photographers boot camp. It starts this Friday, Saturday, starts this weekend. It's the last time I will be teaching this boot camp live. So if you want to know about how to boost your reach and engagement on all the social media platforms, that's what we're going to do in this particular boot camp. It's $27. Check it out. It looks like no one has any questions, so I'm going to sign off for the day. I hope you found it helpful. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Please drop me a comment and give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to share it with someone, that would be awesome too. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you.